Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. Going for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The run from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Makes the grab on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice to see.
All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the ball slipped out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Across the 25, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They've got a first and 10 at the 34. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Reads it, fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made after the first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Direct snap. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big 3rd down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. And he did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
He'll take it himself. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And this offense has got it all right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Quarterback keeper. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try the run. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they're able to make the tackle.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Finds a crease at the 20. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on first and goal?
The Gators have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Flips it out to the back. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Third and goal coming up here. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Gator! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Texas offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Lets it fly. Got his man all by himself. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. And I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
That is because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Quarterback checking off. To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's got room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. They're lining up to boot it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Wide out in motion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. On 4th down, going to the air. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to move it through the air. He's going to fire deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
It's complete to the left. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running, has completely changed the way people play defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Motion from the offense. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Working that left side. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. The handoff to Johnson.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A designed run for the quarterback. Keeps it and gets the first down. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment and play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Second down coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fakes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
Man, I like this. I want to find my running back. Man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Finds us back in the middle. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Give to the running back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Swings it out to the flat. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Catch in the middle. It's Brooks. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot. Get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll give it to Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down coming up. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida 24, Texas 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they got him for the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all day.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's when the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot.
Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Comes out throwing on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll pull it down. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
On second down, he'll fire. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Stopped after making the catch.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Now on second down. They keep attacking through the air. Getting some heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They want that clock to run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The handoff to Johnson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return.
1st and 10.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Look, it's a nice gain, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you got to be throwing at least to the 1st down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Here's a throw downfield late. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just know it, Mr. Loney, up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got room on the return. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 54.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth.
Makes the score. Texas 28, Florida 24.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fair catch called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Offense gets set for second down. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. It's complete. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. On the move. Touchdown, Florida! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's right on target. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to throw. Coming after him. On target. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He wants to take the top off. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover.